a while now, I've been looking for the perfect dupe of Louis Vuitton's Pacific Chill, and you know what? I've had no success so far at all. And if you're not familiar with Pacific Chill, what is it? It's a very juicy, aromatic, citrus, fruity fragrance that just gives summer nostalgic vibes through and through. Luciano stepped up their game again. This is Luciano's Coastal Breeze. This is a dupe of Louis Vuitton's Pacific Chill. When did it come out? It came out right now. I'm too excited, we gotta get right into it. Let's do some sprays. Fine Mist Atomizer, very good for the price point of this, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Let's smell it. I can already smell it tickling and stinging my nose in the air. Here we go. The opening of this is just really nice. This opens up with just like a slap straight in your face of really strong citrus. It's a blast of citrus. And if you don't know, Louis Vuitton is famous for their citron note. Well, this is simulated very nice here in Coastal Breeze. That citron note slaps you across your cheeks. The opening of this is just like fresh and tangy. But you know what? It's a little bit green. There's a little bit of a bitterness in there because there's peppermint in here. So picture this, the opening, you spray it, heavy citruses, just beautiful, bright, happy, uplifting citruses that are a little bit green and bittery, like there's some stems thrown in there, and it just smells very good and uplifting, and it really just like opens your eyes. Don't forget to wet your whistle. So after about the 10-minute mark, as this starts to dry down and wear a little bit, you get this very nice, insanely like juicy combination of blackcurrant, apricots. The apricots really stand out to me in this, and there's fig in here. But like, it's just that fruity vibe is here. So apricots, blackcurrant, fig, they just blend together harmoniously. The combination is just very good. It's very fun and playful, mixed with that citrus with a little bit of the bitter green opening. But then there's a star player in this fragrance, and that is mint. And I feel like it's a very weird fragrance to put in something like this. It's peppermint, and you have peppermint and this apricot note that just kind of like mix together, and I feel like that's what this fragrance is. This fragrance is a minty, fruity citrus fragrance.
Hand me that bottle of Pacific Chill. I'm gonna do a spritz right now. What is this crap? This isn't even Pacific Chill. Who's handing me this? What is it, Coastal Breeze? This is nothing but a bunch of crap.
I mean, to my nose, the apricot and the mint really are like the star players. It really kind of dominates the fragrance. There's other stuff in here. It's a little vegetal, it's a little bit green, but that's what you get. You get this fresh, juicy apricot. You get the peppermint in there that gives it almost like a menthol vibe, but it's not. It's just enough to make it like cool. You might be asking yourself, how close is the opening to Pacific Chill? Well, Coastal Breeze is pretty close. I would say the opening, to my nose, is like 80-85% there, but the dry down of this fragrance is where it really starts to shine. The dry down of this fragrance, to my nose, gets like 95% close to Pacific Chill. It really does. It gets that close. And you know what? I know there's other dupes and clones on the market, but I like this one because I did Afternoon Swim. I did a review of that, and that smelled amazing. I'll put the review up here if you want to check it out. They also did Ombre Nomad. They also did California Dreamin'. They did this one, Pacific Chill, which is Coastal Breeze, and there is another one that I'm going to talk about in a future video, probably like tomorrow. So as this dry down starts to shine and starts smelling more like Pacific Chill, what do you get? You get these uplifting, like mild floral notes kind of roll through, like a light, soft rose, and it mixes with the peppermint and the juicy, ripe apricot fruits, and it's absolutely a phenomenal fragrance. So once again, up top, you get slapped across the face with the citrus notes, a little bit of mint, you get that blackcurrant, the fig, the apricot, citrus fruits. It dries down a little bit, they just blend harmoniously, and then you get that mint note that comes out very nicely. I'll say note again. Comes out really nicely. And the florals, a little musky. It's just a very happy fragrance. This is summer in a bottle, it really is. Now, it might not be for everybody, and I'm gonna talk about that and go over why I think that is. The vibe this gives to me overall, once again, it's a nostalgic vibe. It's like, it's a summer vacation. Picture when you were a little kid. I grew up through the 90s, early 90s, so you're a little kid in the 90s, you know, you got the weekend off, maybe you're a week, your parents, they're taking you on like a road trip. You know, so you're sitting in the back seat, you got your Discman on or your Walkman, and you guys are driving up north somewhere or going to like the coast or to a beach, and that's kind of the vibe. When you get to that beach and you walk out on the beach, this is like what it smells like. Just like the air around you, this is the vibe, like this happy, uplifting, bright vibe. People are running around in the sand, you're excited, or you're kind of fat and you're not excited. Actually, I wasn't too excited back in those days. I actually wanted to be a little emo and stay in the car and draw pictures. That's what I did. I did like to fish though. And honestly, one of the other greatest things about the Luciano brand, about this fragrance, is the price point, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but I'll just say that it's way cheaper than buying a full bottle from Louis Vuitton. But if you don't want to buy a full bottle of this either, I would suggest getting a sample first. I buy literally samples of every fragrance I try. It's pretty rare that I'll like blind buy a full bottle of something unless it's really cheap, but I like to buy samples, and you can get samples of this. I'll put some links below at the Fragrance Channel decants. So the projection and the longevity, the performance, that's an important thing when you're trying to get a dupe of a fragrance, right? Well, I think this is, citrus fragrances are pretty volatile and they're not like insane. Pacific Chill isn't an insane beast mode fragrance. It's like moderate, right? 4 or 6 hours, that kind of thing. If you want more, spray more. I feel like this is in the same ballpark. I don't feel like for a clone or a dupe that this is any weaker than Pacific Chill. I think it's right about there. Maybe a tad. It doesn't smell as full, if that makes sense. But it's a way cheaper version. We'll talk about that again later. So the projection and longevity of this, once again, I give about 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours. If you want more, spray more. It projects pretty nicely. I feel like it's literally on par with Pacific Chill. I really do. To my nose, I really like this fragrance, I do. And I wear a lot of feminine fragrances. I also do. I'm not afraid of that at all. But for some reason, this is straight unisex. For some reason, this scent profile just leans feminine to me. It just, I don't know what it is. Like, I'll wear it. I'm gonna wear it. I'm wearing it right now. But I feel like this just smells more like it's more like an imagination of a place than like spraying it on a bro to go get chicks. It's not that fragrance. You spray this fragrance to be happy in the summer or to make you remember something that you love. That's what it is. But I feel like it's like a happier woman vibe. Yep, let's be honest. Guys aren't happy enough to wear this. That's the issue. I feel like women are just generally a little bit more happy. But to me, it leans slightly feminine. If I had to compare this to another brand, another fragrance that this reminds me of, and you might not have smelled it, but Mancera's Midnight Gold. As soon as I smell this, it smells like what I remember that smelling like, although this is a little bit stronger, but I did compare them both together, and that one, they are different, but just like the vibe, if you're familiar with that, that's kind of what the vibe of this is like. And who would wear something like this? Like this fragrance, like I said, was made for a happy person. I picture somebody like sprinting from their station wagon, jumping on the beach, and they're about to get the worst sunburn of their life. Someone who never wears sunblock, one of your uncles, and you just seen his beat red arms on his little boat. That's who was gonna wear this. Not him, but his wife. When he comes back, his wife's gonna smell great as she's bringing out fruit bowls and sandwiches for everybody. And then I get yelled at for eating all the Doritos like I knew there was only one bag for 12 people. Overall, this is a very versatile fragrance. This is office safe for sure. You can wear this on a date. It's perfect for the summer. I think like if you just had one summer fragrance, like this is just made for summer. It's just absolutely perfect. It's fruity, it's fun. It just, I don't know, it would do really great in a beach setting. Louis Vuitton's Pacific Chill, I've never been to the Pacific Coast, but I'm guessing like this is the same vibe as, the inland lakes that I go to. I don't know, just, okay, I'm gonna stop beating around the bush here and telling pointless jokes. Let's talk about what you all want to hear about, and that's the price of this, right? So right now, this is 100 ml. You can pick this full bottle up for about $40. Now, Luciano used to sell their fragrances for roughly $30 to $35, and I feel like they've been better, so they've been hence raising the prices. And as these get harder to find, they're gonna raise the prices more. I don't know if you can tell something. Hold on, I'll be right back. Don't leave. Oh no, I gotta show you something, buddy. Here's what I wanna show you. Now, here's the original bottle of Sunset Swim, the dupe of Afternoon Swim. Can you see that? Here's the new bottle. They're a little bit different. That is because I believe, word on the street is they got a cease and desist, probably because their bottles look too much like Louis Vuitton, but these new ones are a little bit different. They look similar enough, but not too similar. Just wanted to point that out to you. Back to the price, this is about $40 for the 100 ml. In real Pacific Chill, you're gonna pay $320. Did you hear that? $320 is expensive for any fragrance brand, in my opinion. You know, if you want to be bougie, do that. If you have the money, who cares, buy that one too. But if you don't have the money, check out Coastal Breeze by Luciano. And like I said, again, if you don't even want to have the money for this and you don't want to spend the $40, then check out the Fragrance Channel decants, and I'll decant you a sample of this before they sell out. I'm already anticipating these are going to sell out very fast. You know, afternoon swim, sunset swim, sorry. This sold out instantly. It really did. And I believe it's back in stock, but it's sold out. This is probably gonna sell out. You know, I can't wait till they bring Imagination. That's not available yet. I'm sure it's coming, and there is another one I got with this, and I'm gonna talk about, like I said, probably tomorrow. But it's another good one, and it smells great. So overall, comparing Luciano's Coastal Breeze to Louis Vuitton's Pacific Chill, the smell is very accurate, about 90% there. The projection, the longevity is there, maybe slightly weaker. I think Pacific Chill has just a little bit more of a full-bodied smell, which, you know, you'd come to expect. It's a $320 high-crafted designer fragrance. It's almost a niche, right? But whatever. But for $40, I mean, they killed this. So here's what I would do. What is the point of this? People hate on dupes and clones. I don't. Here's the point of this. You get this, and if you like it, if you love it, then you can save your money and invest in the real deal. But if you get this and you don't like it, well, who cares? You spent a few dollars, and it saves yourself from blind buying a $320 fragrance. I'm gonna say that again. Let me break some shit here. You know what? I gotta go. I'm kind of hungry. See you later. Thanks for stopping by.